Hey, this is Steve Shaw for acrylicpouring.com, and today I'm continuing my quest for a landscape that is created from pour painting elements. In my mind, I have this picture of a beautiful landscape, big sky, some like striated levels of land kind of going across the bottom, maybe some mountains kind of in the background, but I want to capture all the cells and all that yummy good stuff that we love so much about pour painting. And it's been a little more difficult than I thought it would be. So I've given it 3 shots so far, and this video is the 4th attempt, and let me show you what I've learned so far. So this was my first attempt, and I think it turned out to be a beautiful pour painting, and if you use your imagination, it could be easily be considered a landscape, but the painting I want it to be definitely a landscape. From this I learned that I think the sky is too dark, so I want to lighten things up, and this was done with tilting. So although this was good, not what I'm looking for. My second attempt came out like this. I lightened up the sky a lot, and this is just a photo of it because the actual painting, when it settled overnight, got kind of wonky. But this lightened the sky up and the clouds looked really nice. I poured lines back and forth for the land, did some tilting on it to get this kind of cool pattern, but this still wasn't quite what I was looking for. So instead of tilting, I wanted to give swiping more of a try. So my third attempt with this one, I went with a much lighter sky, and I seemed to like that, although I think blue would have looked great up there too. Let's get a little bit closer. It still has all those great elements of pour painting that we all love, the good patterns and textures and cells. And this one, even though it's got a bit of a horizon line here, and you can imagine these being almost like silhouetted treetops. But after I did this one, I realized what I was really missing was a hard horizon line. I want a solid horizon line, which is going to be pretty hard to do. But I've got an idea to do that today. I'm going to be tilting a big, beautiful sky. I went online. Remember, there's so much information out there. If you're trying to do something, just go online and search it up. I pulled up YouTube and typed in acrylic pouring landscape. Several videos came up, but none that really captured exactly what I wanted to, what I want to do with mine. I did find a great video by Gina DeLuca. It was called Landscape/Ocean with Cloudy Effect. And the sky she makes is beautiful, you guys. Holy cow, check it out if you have a few minutes, but it really is beautiful. So I'm gonna go with a big sky on mine, but for my horizon line, I've got a piece of string here, and I've got some dark purple, almost black paint, and instead of doing a string pull, I'm gonna lay this in there and see if I can turn this into a horizon line. All right, so I'm gonna be using pretty similar, the same colors that I've been using in the other 3 pours, and let's just take a look. I've got a canvas set up. This canvas is actually 12 by 16. Earlier I talked a little bit about the rule of thirds, where you don't want to just split up canvas in half. It's more interesting to your brain and to the viewer's eyes if you break it up into thirds. So I've made a couple little marks here. Right there is 8 inches, so 4, 8, 12. So 4, 8 would be the 2/3. So I've got a couple of marks going across. I'm gonna take my ruler here and connect these. This is really just for me more than anything else to kind of keep me focused. Marking this line is really just for me so I can kind of remember what part is supposed to be sky and what part's supposed to be land, and so my brain doesn't, so I don't try to split it down the middle. Okay, so I've got my line marked here at the 2/3 point. I'm gonna flip this around and pour for you guys, the viewers. So this is gonna be my sky up here, and this will be land down here, which is a little bit less than what I've been doing. And boy, that Gina DeLuca, that sky she made was so gorgeous. So I'm gonna try to incorporate some of the things that she did. So I've got I believe this is a 10-ounce cup, and I'm gonna put quite a bit of white and just kind of see what happens with that. She did white. This is Artist Loft white. I have mixed it with a little bit of Floetrol and water right in the bottle, and I do need to put some silicone in these. I prefer, for silicone, I use the 3-in-1 silicone oil, and it just works better for me when I seal most of my paintings, actually all my paintings, with two-part epoxy, and this just is easier to clean off and doesn't create those little bald spots. So anyway, boom, putting a couple drops there. Got some nice light blue. Most of these blues, I apologize, guys, if you're the kind of person that really wants a recipe from me for the exact colors. I know that can be frustrating because I usually have my colors mixed up and come from a lot of different places. So really what I'm trying to do is just give you an inspiration and some ideas that you can try rather than a strict recipe. So anyway, we've got a nice light blue. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that's pretty. All right, so I'm gonna put that here. Sheet that in. I'm gonna do a little, oh, I've got these other great colors from earlier too. Gonna do a little shot of blue here. This is a little bit darker blue. A much darker blue here. Most of the colors I use are from Artist Loft that I usually pick up at Michael's. So look how that's dark, dark blue. In fact, I'm not gonna pour that in. I'm gonna just drizzle some of that across here. Okay. I did this, I think, last time, and it worked out pretty well. I will probably add a little bit more to that, but I'm going to go ahead and take some blue painter's tape and lay it on that line. I think one of the first attempts I did, I just poured on the canvas, and then I took a scraper and just kind of scraped off where I wanted it to be. Second or third time I did lay down the tape. So I'm just going to try this again, and this will peel off and should leave a nice line. Do I need to do a second one? Probably not, but why not? Okay, that'll protect that area where I'm going to put the land. Again, this is going to be two-thirds sky, one-third land. I'm going to hit a little hint of pink in here. All right, kind of weird color, but I think that's going to look pretty in there. And shoot it with, where did my white go? Oh, this is a nice light, pretty fairly watered down white. All right, from past experience, these colors are typically really, really pretty. I am gonna do, instead of a flip cup, let's just do a pour, straight pour, and see what we can get going with this sky. I'm already seeing cells pop in the cup, which is a nice thing. Oh, you know what? Why not? A couple of drops of silicone, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do almost forgot. I think Gina added some really pretty silver in hers, so I am gonna shoot some of that right down the middle. Boom. And it added it was almost ended up being more of a shadow than anything else. I am so glad I didn't forget that. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. All right, let's just see what happens. Ah, pretty. There we go. All right, so I'm actually going to tilt this. So my technique is evolving, again, because I haven't found the technique that I think is exactly what I want yet. But so this is what we have right now. I think it looks really good, but we're gonna tilt. That silver is looking kind of heavy in there right now. I'm gonna swing this around for you guys. Remember, this is all gonna be sky up here. Let's close that up. Oh yeah. Well, I may have to work this a little bit more. I'm gonna lay a little more white in here. Just because it seems too, again, I was trying to get a lighter kind of sky. Let's just see what happens there. Looking pretty. My goal right now is just to kind of get that. Oh, that's nice. Well, I'm looking at, I'm going to do a little more white right across the top here. That silver actually kind of stuck together and got kind of dark. So I'm trying to just lighten that sky up a little bit more. And Gina, if you get a chance to watch this video, that sky you made was inspiring. It was just beautiful. All right, gonna tilt down here and just let some of this run off. Oh yeah, that's kind of softening things up a little bit. All right, so again, I don't want to overwork things, which is really hard to do, but yeah, I think that's going to be a really pretty sky right there. Let's pull off the tape. One down. Second one. Okay, now I'm going to lay some colors down and then we'll be doing a swipe. I've got this nice green. Well, I should probably stir that up a little bit. They already have, I've got a little Floetrol, little water, and I will give it a drop of oil, of silicone. From my past experience, I've done a puddle and then a line, and we'll try that a couple of times. Puddle, a little bit darker green. Ooh, that's thick. There might even be a chunk or two in there, and if so, I'll just pull it out. Got this lighter green. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be swiping. Okay. I'm just gonna put a little drizzle of this silver across here. Not sure why. Drizzle a little of this. This cup right here is actually the purple I'm going to be using when I do the my string. But let's see what happens if I pull across here. I need to fill in these gaps a little bit. Hopefully I've got some paint in there. Okay. All right, let's see what happens here. Taking a paper towel, my favorite swiping tool. Paper towel, spritz it down with some water. That gives it a little bit of weight, and it'll lay down on top of those paints, but still be light enough that it doesn't go all the way down and hit or scrape off the paint, because you want to swipe it, not scrape it. All right, I need to move some of this out of the way, and let's just see. Oh, that looks pretty. Look at that. I'm going to touch here a little bit on this edge. Get that back on there. Guys, I'm liking that. That's pretty through there. I'm going to tilt that way a little bit. Okay. Wow, this is kind of, that's almost looking like a nice little horizon line right there. Wow. You know what I'm thinking? Jeez, I'm thinking, though, do I need to be done? Did I put that, I must have put the purple up here. That was a little dark purple, a little bit of black. Because that's kind of giving me that horizon line I was looking for. I want to try one thing. Just to see if I can pull that up a little bit. I'm going to drizzle a little more purple across here. And yes, this is a point where I probably should stop, but I can just drag that through. And I'm gonna turn this around, you guys. I wanna keep that sky pretty level, but I also, oh gosh, that's pretty, that purple. I wanna see what happens if I take, oh, let's see here. I just wanna pull up a little bit on that. It's okay. I was kind of hoping for more of a mountainy kind of effect, which I'm not really getting. So let's do, oh, that's pretty though. This little spot's kind of weird though, isn't it? Right in here with nothing in it. So I'm gonna drag across there a little bit. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm here. I've been wanting to try this. Guys, this is definitely getting closer. I'm really, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm getting excited because this really is looking way more like the landscape that I see in my head that I want to appear here. Let's do this. If I ruin it, I ruin it, all in the sake of learning. Taking this cup, it's got purple with black. It really looks more like black than anything else. I'm gonna take this string, I'm gonna dip it in here. Can we do it down here so I don't drip over? Yeah, I'm gonna dump that in there. Again, I hate to even confess this, I've never done a Dutch pour where you blow stuff around, and I have never done a string pull. I know, I'm a bad man. But here's this. And, oh boy, please work, please look good. Get this cup over here out of the way. Lay tight. Okay, there's that. Should we pull it or should we just lift it up? Let's see, I think, let's pull it, what the heck. And it did virtually nothing. Okay, I want to try one more thing after that. I really thought that was gonna make a really big difference, and it did not. I've got a little bottle that I was experimenting with earlier with just some black paint, and I took another little spout off another a bottle, and it's just, I think I can make a little black line through there. Is that gonna be too fat? Let's just see what happens. Do a tiny tilt on that way, and then back. All right, I'm just gonna run this through here a couple more times. All right, wow, as I was doing all that, do you see what happened down? I didn't even notice what was going on down there. Wow, that is some pretty stuff right there. All right, I was really hoping to get like a little more kind of mountainous stuff going in here, but you guys, this is by far the closest that I've gotten to this feeling that I want for this landscape. So I think I may leave it, except I'm gonna try one more thing. I know, but we're experimenting, right? The goal of this is not to create the perfect painting. The goal of what I'm doing right now is to learn how to make the perfect painting later. I picked up a bottle of a dust remover, like basically canned wind. Let's see what happens if I blow in here a little bit. See if we can get a little more cloudy kind of thing going on. Wow, all right. I may have just done kind of a string and a Dutch pour all at the same time. Some weird little cells happening in here, but I'm not worried about it. Okay, hey you guys, I'm gonna leave it at this, and maybe next time I'll try a different way to get the horizon line on there. But the string worked with some manipulating afterwards, so I'm getting closer to the desired effect of that landscape I see in my head. So hey, thank you so much for watching this video, and feel free to leave a comment down below. I do always love to get feedback from you guys. And if you like the content of the video, please hit subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And most of my paintings, including this one, will be for sale at my Etsy store. So if you go to etsy.com, you can search for Steve Shaw, or my store is called Art by Steve Shaw, all one word. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey guys, I could not help myself. I went back when we were done and I worked this a little bit more right along the horizon line. I added some a couple shades of green and used a craft stick to kind of pull it up to create the illusion of trees. And this thing just turned out great. I want to zoom in here and show you some of these details. Look at all those cells. Those are the trees. I love all the cells and the striations of color that are kind of showing the below the surface there or leading up to the background. But this is really, really close to what I had envisioned in my mind.